So I remember when we bought that physical album in Best Buy, taking the plastic off of it, getting my mom. I was so surprised when I asked my mom, "Hey, Mom, will you buy me this album?" She said, "Yeah," and it was. Well, my mom was more open to the blacks. I don't know if my dad would have bought it, but that isn't the case. My mom bought it for me. This one right here. And because my mom was basically behind me in whatever way I wanted to be, she supported. If I wanted to be like a thug or whatever, hey, she'll buy the Thug CD for me to listen to if that's what I want to be. Because we're a percentage African, me and my mom and whatnot. Not my dad. My dad likes DJ Paul, but in a different fashion. He probably wouldn't want to listen to DJ Paul's music, or he'd be getting scared or whatnot. But he needs that growing. I think my dad needs to listen to it, but he kind of has shunned that out completely and whatnot. But I think my dad would like him if he just seen him riding a motorcycle or something with no music or nothing. He would like DJ Paul, and that's how I look at DJ Paul. It's like, from a biker perspective, I like DJ Paul's style because my dad was a biker. You know, Hell's Angels, like hung out with the Hell's Angels, hung out with the different MCs all around. From Canada all the way down to Florida, all the way to everywhere else. He's been to Sturgis. He's been to the Grand Canyon. He's been up and down whatever that is. I was going to say Snake Canyon, but I'm not sure if he's been on down Snake Canyon. But I know he's been to Sturgis. I know he's been to Mount Rushmore, and he's been all around. And it was more than just motorcycles. My dad's got 2 motorcycles now that are ready to go. He rides them, whatever. But he's also had buses and all types of shit. But that's what I grew up in. So we were just some white. Well, we wasn't hillbillies. We were the Beverly Hillbillies, is what we were called. But anyways, DJ Paul came across as one of those black men to me that the only one I could find really that sort of I could relate to when it came to being a hardworking, coming from a country farm ass nigga type of thing, but you weren't no country farm ass nigga because you made your own choices, so you had to make some money some way, and you were big and you were greedy as hell, like we're greedy as hell. Don't get me wrong and shit, but we were trying to we always had a purpose, and I always wanted to make something out of it. And I still haven't made as much as Paul or nothing, but that's how I've seen it. And no, he had a swag to desire for, and still does. I watch his videos every once in a while, but I try to focus on my own body, you know that. But without him being a forefather, I wouldn't have the style I have, like these epic tattoos that I got. Like some people say, I got some of the best work in the industry. Or in the world, actually, like with the color and the neo-traditional. But it all came from, like, looking up to Paul. Look at, he had the best tattoos he still does. You know, there's so much to do with the tattoo. You got black people tattoo, white people tattoo, Asian tattoo, all of that. I'd rate him high up in the black world for tattooing. He almost has a mix of rocker tats, but it's rock rap. It's so, yeah, he just has his style to him. And Juicy's got his own style too. Great style. But DJ Paul stood out to me, man. DJ Paul really stood out to me. And it's funny how the whites and the blacks look the same down there. They're all related. I noticed that, because I met all the whites, and I met a lot of the blacks, and then they look a lot alike. Like Waka Flocka shares a lot of traits with this Jericho girl I knew. Same with Paul. And they talk the same and everything. Same with Reister. Kyle Reister looks a lot like these boys and shit. It's hilarious. I always laugh. But they could do the same thing eventually to the Canadians, and they used to. They used to laugh, but then this StacksAMilli guy came up, and he was a big-ass Canadian, and then they stopped laughing, but now they're getting back to where they might start laughing again or something. Popping my collar. That was a good one. Crunchy Black, big fan of him. And he got shot in his face somehow. I almost got shot a couple times too, but I don't know how. One of his home, I don't know how. Maybe he shot himself. I don't know. Because he was known as being this ugly ass nigga. That's why his name's Crunchy Black, alright? He knew he's a crunchy ass nigga. Knew he was black, obviously. But that's what makes, the struggle is what makes it, you know? I don't know. How racist can I be is what Paul would say. Look at all these honey buns. Yeah, I think this is the first time you ever seen this one. You see people do it all the time now well, actually, back in the day, we used to have those chocolate bars, fundraisers and all that. Fundraisers are big in the States and, well, mostly in the States. Here we got a couple of fundraisers, but they have their chocolate fundraiser and all that. Even I did it. Little Caesars Pizza Kit, that's in Canada. And they have that World's Finest Chocolate. And look, they even have it in Canada, too. World's Finest Chocolate and things. Yep, I did the World's Finest Chocolate stuff. They even have World's Finest Chocolate down in Florida. And UNICEF. I had UNICEF here. But yeah, it's famous down there. They got a lot of videos. And now you see it on TikTok every once in a while. What about the one with a little baby or whatever? Or Da Baby. Da Baby. I don't know. They tried selling them some candy for some high price and whatnot. Or no, that was somebody else. Oh, yeah, they tried to finesse him out of 200 for the box. Really, the baby should have given the 200, but I don't know what he was doing with that one. You know, you made it. You're the baby. But he's trying to let the kids know, like, it ain't that easy. You ain't just going to meet the baby all the time to give you no 200. But that's the hustle. You're supposed to... Man. Anyways. Where's that 3-6?
Who run it?